Chris Freeholder, Vice President Patricia Seabold, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the Hall of Records tonight for this very special ceremony. You forgive my walker, which is right here, but I have a problem with my left leg, and I have a bruise which is called contusion, and it takes 6 to 8 weeks to go away. I go to therapy 4 to 3 days a week, and I'm in my 4th week, and it's feeling much better. And fortunately, I felt well enough to come tonight. This is a very special ceremony, and I say special because tonight we honor 2 outstanding high school athletes and their 3 outstanding coaches from all across Essex County. We represent 7 different schools and 5 different towns. Back in the middle of December, I saw the Star Ledger special supplement, I'm sure you all saw this, in which the newspaper named its New Jersey and Essex County agriculture coaches joined us from all schools. And in that hall, I want to recognize all of these outstanding athletes and coaches from our county. Freeholder, Gerald, probably don't know this, but maybe some of you do. I was an English teacher at West Palm High School for 30 years. The next and although my focus was on academics during those years, I also certainly learned just how much time and hard work our student athletes put in to hone their athletic skills. And at that time, at the same time, I also saw the hard work of the coaches to not only teach their individual athletes, but also go into cohesive teams here in the year. I also come from a family that's been very involved in sports. My father played basketball in high school. In those days, we were I played basketball also, but in those days,
it is indeed an honor to stand in front of a young man I'm sure you know. I know he's pretty high. Playing basketball for my great friend.
now I have grandchildren. My husband also played ball for Roy High School.
It is
And
indeed
now I have
things to really good this young man because after
my
going
grandson
through the
is a
last couple
sophomore,
of days,
which is high school.
and to
Just
see
finished
young men
his,
out here getting the way of the water, he develops.
high school, and will be
Over
playing
20
varsity
hours.
lacrosse in the spring.
When you
So
have
see, aside
young men
from
like
teaching
this
English, I
that have
also am
accomplished
very
the
much
things that
concerned with
has
sports.
accomplished,
I have great
it
respect
gives
and
you hope.
admiration for all
It'll
of
give you
you,
hope in your
and
heart
I'm just
that
delighted to recognize
others
you
indeed
tonight.
can do the same
Because we
thing.
come from schools
But,
and
Anchor,
all over the county.
Before I read
I've
this,
also invited several of
script we
my
got
colleagues
here,
to join me tonight.
I want to tell you
as we
that
honor
I am so
They
proud
are
to see you make it through
who is from
the things that some just don't make it through. And I've got to thank you, Coach. Although we left from the west side and went over to the south side, Coach Brian Hogan in the back, please stand up. I want to say a little something about Brian because I've watched him coaching football in the city for a long time. He started out with Pop Warner, and he was doing it in Hillside before he came back to
We
Newark.
will begin with our
And
non-athletes.
I've watched so many players through Westside
I
High
have
School
one
football
New
program
Jersey
as a
athlete
champion
of
that he took them to a state title.
and 8
Then he
Essex
moved
County
over
athletes of the year.
to Weequay. And it wasn't easy him getting to Weequay. But the job that he does with our young men off the field is what really, really, truly counts.
Welcome to the
And I'm very proud of that, and I'll always be proud of that. But the actor, a 32-year-old senior at Newark University High School, was named the 2012 Essex County Football Player of the Year by the Star Ledger in recognition of his outstanding
Jane Barry,
2012
the
season
sophomore at
as
Lower
a
High
member of
School,
the Weequay
was named
High School
the
football
2012 Essex
because the university,
County
as you know,
Girls
does not have a football program.
by the Star Ledger
During his outstanding season, Akron led the team to a 6-1 Super Essex Conference Colonial Division record an overall record of 9-3, and all the way to Group 2 Central Sectional State Championship game. As his team's leading running back, Akram rushed for 1,548 yards on only 105 carries. An impressive 14.7 yards per carry. And for 29 touchdowns, he also scored 2 receiving touchdowns and 2 more special teams for a season total of 33 touchdowns. I want to let you know that I was at this year's Thanksgiving Day game. It's called the Soul Bowl. And Eastwood High School played Malcolm and Shabazz. And to see this kid, he was little on the field than he is up close. You know, I see him down on the field. The speed and the endurance that this kid has is amazing. For you, when you go to Iowa, it's what you need. And I think that you have, with that whole relationship, your mother, father here, brother, sister, your cousin, and your aunt and that. I know that kind of support, you can be successful. So brother, strive, don't survive, strive to be the best you can be. Thank you.
Jane Barrett is a daughter of her proud parents, Jude Amanda, and has a sister, Emily.
It's an honor for me
Jane,
to
on behalf
also
of
be
the
here.
entire board,
Not just this time, so, and we just thank you for this time to have a few things to say here. In addition to Gary Lane, the 2012 Essex County Football Player of the Year, he was also named to the start of the 2012 second team All-State on offense and number 1 team, Essex County on the deep offense. He is also an outstanding member of the University High School basketball team, which he has held and led to the 2011-2012 Group 1 State Championship. And this year, he's head of the University of Phoenix captain. Akram Bradley is the son of the proud parents, Sharon and Prince Bradley, and John Henry Bradley III. And is the brother of Trevor Blake, Jonathan, Patrick, Antoinette, and Felicia. Following his graduation from the University High School, Akram will continue his studies as well as his football career at the University of Iowa on a football scholarship. Akram, on behalf of the entire board, congratulations.
First and foremost, I would like to thank the Essex County Freeholders. I would like to thank my family, my friends, my cousins, my coaches, mainly my linemen. Thanks. So we all please stand up.
I can't let this go by without saying that my husband graduated from Woodward High School, and I did my practice teaching at Woodward High School, so I know the high school quite well. Now, this last student athlete honoree tonight is from Maryland, but it's really a special honoree. She is Essex County's only New Jersey Athlete of the Year, and her name is Amanda Becerra. That's New Jersey Athlete of the Year. Amanda is a 17-year-old senior at West Essex High School. I think I saw Len Luciano, Freeholder Len Luciano walk in.
Yes.
Len Luciano is the district freeholder, which includes Fairfield. Amanda was named the 2012 New Jersey Field Hockey Player of the Year by the Star Ledger in recognition of her outstanding 2012 season and her entire high school career as a member of the West Essex High School Field Hockey Team. During her 4-year career, which the Star Ledger characterized as brilliant, Amanda scored a total of 138 goals and helped lead her team to 3 Essex County Tournament Championships, 4 Super Essex Conference Championships, 3 state sectional titles, and 1 Group 2 state championship. During the 2012 season, Amanda served as the team's captain and as one of only 4 returning starters, truly proved to be the team leader in every regard, leading her team to an outstanding 21-2 record, its 2nd consecutive Essex County Tournament Championship, 4th consecutive Super Essex Conference Championship, 3rd consecutive North 1 Group 2 Sectional Championship, and all the way to the Group 2 State Final. Freeholder Luciano, would you like to continue?
Sure. And before I do, let me just apologize to all the honorees tonight, my freeholder colleagues and the parents and folks that are here. Unfortunately, I wear multiple hats, and my profession is as a public school educator. And I was stuck at my school with the parent forum and some conferences about some students. And I did the best I could without breaking the law of getting down here to honor some more students. So please bear with me. Let me continue. She also scored 54 goals, 2nd best in the state, and counting her 20 assists, amassed a total of 128 points, also 2nd best in the state. She scored at least 3 goals in 14 games and 5 or more goals in 3 games. In state tournament play, she scored at least a hat trick in her team's first 5 games, including the Group 2 semifinal game against Rumson High School, when she scored the game-winning goal in overtime. She also reached and then surpassed the benchmark of 100 career goals on September 29th, thereby distinguishing her as only the 3rd player in school history to do so. In addition to being named the New Jersey Player of the Year, Amanda was named to the first team All-State, All Group 2, All Essex County, All North Coaches, All Essex Union Conference, and All Super Essex Conference teams. She was also named NFHCA, New Jersey Regional All-American, and a 2nd team National All-American. Amanda Casera is the daughter of her proud parents, Al and Julie, the sister of Matt, Mark, and Alec, and will proudly attend Boston University, where she will major in physical therapy, a 6-year program leading to a Doctor of Physical Therapy degree. Amanda, on behalf of the entire Freeholder Board and myself, we are proud and congratulations.
I want to apologize first for my voice. I kind of lost it. But I would like to first thank the Essex County Board of Freeholders for this awesome honor tonight. And I also want to thank my head coach, Joe Cost, and my assistant coach, Ben Simmons, everyone from my school, my team, as well as my parents, Julie and Al. It's an honor to represent Essex County along with my high school, so thank you. And Coach Cost, Mom, God bless you, friends.
Now, at this point, I'm delighted to turn to our outstanding coaches. To Tonight, we have 3 coaches who just happened to be here with us because they wanted to support their respective athletes. Fortunately for us, that gives us an opportunity to honor them as well. We have an Essex County Coach of the Year, a New Jersey Coach of the Year, and a National Coach of the Year. So I guess that it should come no surprise that their athletes were so successful as well. Our first coach honoree is Asim Cohill, familiar name, from Montclair, and he coaches at Mount St. Dominic Academy in Caldwell. Please join me in welcoming Coach Cohill. I'd like to ask Freeholder Luciano and Freeholder Gill to join me in honoring Asim Cohill. Coley, why do I keep saying that? Sorry. Adam Coley, the head coach of the Mount St. Dominic Academy Girls the girls cross-country team was named the 2012 Essex County Girls Cross Country Coach of the Year by the Star Ledger in recognition of his outstanding 2012 season and entire coaching career. Brandon Gill, you'll take over from there.
Actually, I'm going to give the honor and the pleasure to...
We'll do the next one.
Oh, okay, yes.
I'm being fair as a teacher and alternator.
Coach Scott, Coach? No, I'm going to start. I'm going to say Coach. Let me go with the thank you, Coach. Coach Coley led the Academy 2012 team to the final rankings as the number 8 team in New Jersey, the number 8 team in the nation among schools with enrollments under 500. The team captured the Super Essex County American Division Championship for the 4th straight year, the 2nd Essex County Championship in the last 3 years, and the school's first ever non-public A state championship, thereby distinguishing it as only the 2nd Essex County girls cross country team to ever win a state championship. Freeholder Luciano.
No, I'll do the next one. Yes.
Okay, all right. As you guys see, the freeholders, we like to share the responsibilities. And sometimes we get
Well, I'm going to digress for 1
No,
second.
I've got this all planned as a teacher.
And Gary, who many of you know, Gary, raise your hand. Gary worked for the Essex County Field Board, does a great job of putting these types of events together. And Gary, and we always, Gary puts the scripts together and then we usually promptly not follow them. So we don't recommend that you do that, and I'm sure you couldn't do that in, athletics and be successful, but that's what we do here in this country. So Coach Coley joined the Mount St. Dominic in 2008 as a winter and spring track coach, and then the cross-country coach in 2009. Since then, the cross-country team has been undefeated in dual meet competition and was the state group meet runner-up in 2010 and 2011 when it attained its highest ever state ranking at number 3 before capturing its state championship in 2012. In addition to being named the Star Ledger's 2012 Essex County Coach of the Year, he received the same honor in 2010 and was also named Coach of the Year by the Essex County Track and Field Coaches Association in 2009 and 2010. He has enjoyed great success and acclaim during his tenure with Mount St. Dominic Academy as both a winter and spring track coach, earning New Jersey and Essex County Coach of the Year recognition on several occasions. He earned his BS in Business Management from Northern Illinois University and resides in Montclair with his wife, Diane. So on behalf of the entire board, congratulations.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Essex County Board of Freeholders for bestowing this honor on me. I had mentioned to Gary that it's really about the wonderful student athletes that stand before us. without whom we wouldn't be here. And, congratulations goes to all of you. And I would like to thank Mount St. Dominic Academy for giving me the opportunity to work with these wonderful young ladies over the last few years. And, of course, my wife Diane for putting up with my long hours of coaching, in addition to the regular job that I have. So I appreciate your time, and thank you for being so patient.
Our next coach is Inju Han, and she coaches at Montclair Kimberly Academy. Please join me in welcoming Coach Han.
Inju Han, the head coach of the Montclair Kimberly Field Hockey Team, was named 2012 New Jersey Field Hockey Coach of the Year by the Star Ledger in recognition of her outstanding 2012 season. In 2012, Coach Han led her team to new heights, winning more games than any other team in school history by posting an outstanding overall record of 18-4, during which it reached the semifinals of the Essex County Tournament, captured its third Prep 3 tournament championship in the last 4 years, and first North Jersey Section 1 Group 1 section title since 2001. Coach Han began her coaching career when she joined MKA in 2006 as Assistant Athletic Director and Head Coach. 2 years later, in 2008, she was named the Star Ledger's Essex County Field Hockey Coach of the Year. Coach Han began her coaching career when she joined. She's a Montclair High School graduate, class of 2000, where she was a standout field hockey player and earned first team all-group, all-county, all-league, and all-coaches association honors. She also played lacrosse for 3 years. Inju attended Colby College in Maine, where she earned her BA degree in 2004, majoring in government and art. There she also played at the varsity and field hockey team, was senior captain and student athlete participant at the New England Small College Athletic Conference Coaching Symposium in 2004. She also earned a Master of Arts degree in teaching in elementary education from Montclair State University in 2010, and has New Jersey elementary certification. Coach Han is the co-owner and co-founder of Stroke Line Field Hockey, LLC of Montclair, a top-rated field hockey camp that teaches primary and middle school girls, grades 4 through 8, the sport of field hockey. She resides in Hoboken with her husband, Michael King. Coach Han, on behalf of the entire board and myself, congratulations with your outstanding achievements and best of luck in the future.
Good evening. I did want to also thank the Board of Chosen Freeholders for having this event with these outstanding student athletes. We truly had an amazingly hard-working and talented group of girls this season, and it'll be a season that I will soon not forget. I want to just congratulate also my senior captain, Jasmine Cole, as well as the other student athletes here. It's amazing to hear about all of your accomplishments, and I wish you all the best of luck as you pursue your future endeavors. And that's all. Thank you.
Before I continue, there are three freeholders who have joined us, and I'd like to introduce them. The president of the freeholder board, Lonnie Watson, freeholder Luana Beasley, and freeholder Carol Clark, and we also have our financial assistant, Frank McInerney. Now, the last coach that I'm honoring is a very special coach because it goes beyond the county and state level to the federal level. Am I correct? And that coach is Al Harlow, the head coach of the Livingston High School girls volleyball team. He was named the 2012 Girls Volleyball Coach of the Year by the National Federation of State High School Associations in recognition of his outstanding 2012 season and entire career. That is quite an accomplishment at the federal level. During the 2012 season, Al was also named the NJSIAA Girls Volleyball Coach of the Year and was the recipient of the NJSIAA's Volleyball Legends Award. He also coached the Livingston High School girls volleyball team to an outstanding overall record of 24-3, to the Essex County Tournament Championship, to the Star Ledger's final rankings as the state's number 13 team and number 4 Group 14, and to the semifinals of the Group 4 state championship. Al began his career as a volleyball coach at Milburn High School, where he coached the girls' teams from 1973 to 1983, and then again from 1989 to 1995, during which time he also served 1 year as Seton Hall University's first women's volleyball coach. He began his long tenure at Livingston High School in 1995, where he has coached the girls' team ever since, and the boys' team since 2000. Over those years, Al amassed an overall record of 515 and 226 as a girls volleyball coach. At Livingston High School, his record with the girls' team is 366 and 100, and they have won 9 Iron Hills and Super Essex Conference championships, 4 Essex County championships, 2 Group 4 sectional titles, 1 Group 3 sectional title, 1 Group 3 state title, and the Group 4 state championship in 2011 when his team posted an amazing 27-2 record. Al has also enjoyed comparable success since beginning the Livingston High School boys volleyball team in 2000. Compiling an overall record of 254 and 73 while capturing 1 Northern New Jersey Interscholastic League championship, 4 section championships, and 4 Essex County championships. In his 41 seasons of coaching girls and boys volleyball, Al has amassed an outstanding record of 771 victories with only 299 losses. And in addition to this year's recognitions, he was previously named the Boys and Girls Coach of the Year on the conference, county, and state levels on many other occasions. Al Harlow attended Union High School and earned his BA in Health and Physical Education from Trenton State College, and an MA in Administration Supervision from Payne University. He began his teaching career at Westfield High School in 1969, then taught health, physical education, and driver education at Milburn High School from 1970 to 1983, before joining Livingston High School in 1988 to teach physical education and driver education until his retirement in 2010. Al Harlow resides in Westfield, New Jersey, with his wife of 43 years, Shirley, and they are proud parents of 3 sons and 5 grandchildren. Al, on behalf of the entire board, we offer you our wonderful congratulations.
And thank you to the Essex County Board of Tree Holders for this honor. I guess after 41 years, some of these things do accumulate, but they wouldn't happen if it weren't for outstanding athletes like you see before you. It's the athletes that make the coaches or give the coaches the satisfaction to continue to coach for all the years, and I congratulate the coaches up here as well. I would also like to thank my wife for putting up with 41 seasons. I know she's, saved dinner many, many times, and the weekends are not always what we want them to be. But the main focus here tonight, again, is the athletes. And if it weren't for the athletes and their parents who have given all the support over the years, and also the fans at the various high schools, coaching would not be fun. And again, I would like to thank you.
In conclusion, I would like to thank Gary Preston. Gary, where are you? Gary, I'm talking about you. Gary Preston deserves a round of applause. He worked so hard putting this together, and I know that many of you had lots of conversations with him on the phone while he got this all organized and set, and he really did a superb job. I'd like to thank my aide, Nikki Williams, who's helping me tonight because of my injury. And I just want to say that her son is graduated from Livingston High School and is in college and on a volleyball scholarship, just so you know. Our athletes are just wonderful. We're going to be taking some pictures, but before we do it, I think all of them, all the athletes, the coaches, they all deserve a great round of applause.
Okay, I have 5 minutes. I must get started with my meeting. We can take certain ones inside with the pre-orders and then go outside and take the rest of them because I'm running 30 minutes behind schedule and I need to get started no later than 7.
County Freeholders for this great honor. It has been a privilege to represent Milburn High School this season. I would like to especially thank Dr. DeLacia, Coach Witt, Coach Robinson, and of course all my fantastic teammates. Without their support, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish anything. Thanks again. I'd also like to thank my parents, Judy and Andrew. Thank you so much for driving me places and feeding me and yeah, would you please stand?
Others will return themselves. Our next honoree is also from Milburn, and he is Robert Stone. Please help me welcome Robert. And Robert, will you two please join me? Robert Stone, a 17-year-old junior at Milburn High School, was named the 2012 Essex County Boys Runner of the Year by the Star-Ledger in recognition of his outstanding 2012 season as a member of the Milburn High School boys cross-country team. During his memorable 2012 season, Robert won the Super Essex Conference Championship meet at Branchbrook Park and followed up that outstanding performance by helping to lead his team to the Essex County Cross Country Championships at Brookdale Park. Of course, both Essex County clubs. Yes. He then went on to win the North Jersey Section 2 Group 3 title with a time of 16:14 and finished third in the Group 3 State Championship, which qualified him to compete in the Meet of Championships, where he continued the Milburn High School tradition of cross-country excellence by placing fifth with a time of 15:43. In addition to being named the 2012 Essex County Boys Runner of the Year, Robert was also named to the first team All-State by the Star-Ledger and the first team All-Essex County by the Essex County Track and Field Coaches Association. He also competes for Milburn High School on the school's winter track and spring track teams and competes in meets in New Jersey and across the country. Robert Stone is the son of his proud parents, James and Laura, and is the brother of Alexandra and Christopher. Robert, on behalf of the entire board, congratulations to you also.
Thank you, Essex County Freeholders, and I'd also like to thank my parents, James and Laura, and my coach, Coach Kay, and all my teammates for all the support they given me. And please stand up. One bit.
Our third honoree is from Milburn as well. He is Rohan Sood. Rohan Sood. Did I pronounce it correctly? Sood. Please help me to welcome Rohan, and Rohan, will you please join me? Rohan Sood, an 18-year-old senior at Milburn High School, was named the 2012 Essex County Boys Soccer Player of the Year by the Star-Ledger in recognition of his outstanding 2012 season and entire 4-year career as a member of the Milburn High School boys soccer team. During his outstanding 2012 season, Rohan led his team to an overall stellar record of 21-3 with his impressive and intelligent defensive play that was reflected in the team's record of allowing only 18 goals while posting 11 shutouts. Rohan's efforts were critical to the success of his team, which won the Essex County Tournament Championship and then finished the season by winning the Group 4 State Championship when, on the final kick of his high school career, he scored the game-winning goal in the double overtime victory over Monroe Township High School. In addition to being named the 2012 Essex County Boys Player of the Year, Rohan was also named to the Star-Ledger's 2012 First Team All-State, All Group 4, and All Essex County teams, as well as to the First Team All Super Essex Conference American Division team, to the National Soccer Coaches Association of America All Region team, and the First Team All-State presented by the Soccer Coaches of New Jersey. Rohan began playing soccer at the age of 5 and has continued his development since his playing with the Player Development Academy of Zarephath, New Jersey for the last 7 years. Rohan Rohan Sood is the son of his proud parents, Romney and Bhima, and the brother of Tanya and Tara. And following his graduation from Milburn High School, he will continue his studies as well as his soccer career at Amherst College in Massachusetts. Rohan, on behalf of the entire board, congratulations.
First of all, I want to thank the Essex County Board of Chosen Freeholders for this great honor. However, none of this would have been possible without the support and dedication from my teammates, my coach, who is also here, Coach Robinson, my parents, and my mom is here, and the high school, of course. Winning a state championship my senior year is one of the best feelings I've had, and I hope to continue this, achieving goals like this in college. And once again, thank you for this great honor. Coach Robinson, and my mom.
As a resident of Livingston for more than 50 years, I am especially pleased to welcome our next honoree because she's from Livingston. Also, her name is Jamie Schneck. Please help me in welcoming Jamie. And Jamie, will you please join me? Jamie Schneck, a senior at Livingston High School, was named the 2012 Essex County Girls Volleyball Player of the Year by the Star-Ledger in recognition of her outstanding 2012 season and of her entire high school career as a member of the Livingston High School girls volleyball team. Jamie was the captain of her team this year and has been a starter for 3 years. During those years, she helped lead her teams to 2 New Jersey Group 4 sectional finals, the Group 4 State Championship in 2012, 2 Essex County Championships, and 2 Super Essex Conference American Division titles and to stellar win-loss records of 27-2 in 2012 and 24-3 in 2012. 27-2 was 2011, 24-3 2012. During her 2012 season, Jamie was a standout both offensively and defensively. On offense, she recorded 200 kills with a .360 hitting percentage and a serving percentage of 90% on 215 attempts. And on defense, she had 87 digs along with 28 blocks. In 2011, Jamie was named to all conference and all county teams. And in 2012, in addition to being named the Essex County Player of the Year, she was named to the first team all-conference and all-county teams, as well as the second team all-state and first team all-group 4 teams. Jamie Schneck is the daughter of her proud parents, Michelle and Michael, the sister of Max and Benjamin, and she will attend Springfield College in Massachusetts, where she will study to be an athletic trainer and continue playing volleyball at the collegiate level. Jamie, on behalf of the entire board, we congratulate you so much.
I would like to thank the Freeholders for honoring me, and I would like to thank my parents, Michelle and Michael, and my coach, Al Barlow, who's here, and my teammates. Without them, I wouldn't be the player I am today. My parents and the coach.
Freeholder Brandon Gill, will you come up and join me, please? Next, I want to welcome Juliet Coley. Juliet Coley, a student at Mount St. Dominic Academy and a resident of Montclair. I've asked Freeholder Brandon Gill to assist me with this presentation because he lives in Montclair as well. Please help me welcome Juliet, and Juliet, will you please join us?
So one thing Freeholders Siebel did mention, she's also a former teacher. Okay, I'm sorry, because she told me, read this. Once a teacher, always a teacher. And I will be happy. An English teacher. I will be happy to do that. It's my pleasure to make this presentation to Juliet and to her family and to some of the other athletes who are here. I know we're going to recognize some other athletes also from Montclair who are here with us this evening. And I just, before I mention it, I just wanted to say, in particular, I'm a lifelong resident of Montclair and a graduate of Montclair High School. But in particular in Montclair this year, we had what was considered, and a big fan of high school athletics. We had what has been called arguably the greatest fall sports season in Montclair in general, in the community history, both the accomplishments of our student athletes at Montclair Kimberly Academy and at Montclair High School, as well as what other people in this community have accomplished at other schools. It was a tremendous fall sports season, and what you might not realize in terms of your accomplishments, and as a person who attends high school sports with my father and now with my 4-year-old son to go to a sporting event and watch what you accomplished, is that not only are you congratulated for what you accomplished for yourself, but those sporting events and those times are opportunities for other people to come together, for the community to come together. So not only is your accomplishments commended, but it's also a way that you're giving back to the community. Other people who are watching you are forging memories as they watch you, and they'll always remember where they were with their family members when they watched you accomplish your athletic feats. So with that, Juliet Foley of Montclair, a freshman at Mount St. Dominic Academy in Caldwell, was named the 2012 Essex County Girls Runner of the Year by the Star-Ledger in recognition of her outstanding 2012 season as a member of the Mount St. Dominic Academy girls cross-country team. During her debut season at Mount St. Dominic, Juliet won individual championships at the Super Essex County Conference American Division and Essex County Championship competitions, leading her team to the team championship at both events. She then went on to place 4th in the New Jersey non-public A competition, thereby helping her team capture the school's first ever non-public A state championship and earn a top 10 ranking in New Jersey. Juliet's Super Essex Conference Championship time was the second best time in conference history. Her Essex County Championship time placed her in the top 10 of that competition's record, and her non-public A state group competition time was the best performance by a freshman in 2012. Only a freshman? Wow. In addition to being named the Essex County Runner of the Year, Juliet was named to the first team all-conference, all-county, and all-state non-public teams. She was also the #1 freshman in the 4K and the #4 freshman in the 5K during her cross-country season. Aside from running, Juliet served on the student council and received first honors on the academic honor roll. She is the daughter of her proud parents, Diane and Asim, all right, okay, and was also her coach, and her older sister, Elijah. So Juliet, on behalf of myself, the CEO, and the entire board, congratulations. I think we're going to be seeing you again in the next few years, so we'll make sure to be ready for you. So congratulations.
I'd like to thank the Essex County Board of Freeholders for presenting this award to me. I'd also like to thank the head of my school, Sister Frances Sullivan, and the athletic director, Mr. Sozio, for supporting me, and my two coaches, Coach Foley, and the assistant coach, Coach Vigil. Especially my team, I couldn't have done anything without them this season. They've been great. And my mom, my dad, and Elijah and my sister, they're such a great family, and they're so supportive. Thank you.
Our next honoree is also from Montclair, and her name is Jasmine Cole. Please help me welcome Jasmine. Jasmine Cole of Montclair, a 17-year-old senior at Montclair and Kimberly Academy, was named the 2012 Essex County Field Hockey Player of the Year by the Star-Ledger in recognition of her outstanding 2012 season and of her entire high school career as a member of the Montclair Kimberly Academy Field Hockey team. During her outstanding 2012 season, Jasmine was her team's captain and led them to an outstanding record of 18-4, its first North 1 Group 1 sectional title since 2001. and to its third Prep B tournament crown in the past 4 years. She also set a school single-season record by scoring 37 goals along with 20 assists, recorded at least a hat trick in 8 games, and had 11 multiple goal games and scored 4 goals in 2 games. In addition to being named the Essex County Player of the Year by the Star-Ledger, the newspaper also named Jasmine to the second team All-State and the first team All-Group and all Essex County teams. She was also named to the first team All-Prep B, All-Super Essex Conference, and the All-Essex Union Conference teams, as well as the New Jersey Field Hockey Coaches Association, first team All-Group 1. She was also honored as an NJFHCA Regional All-American and Montclair Academy Offensive Player of the Year. Jasmine also participates in highly competitive club field hockey outside of school. She was selected to compete in the National Futures Championship in June 2012, which placed her among the top 13% of the players in the country. And in January 2013, she was selected for the Futures Elite, the program from which the members of the United States national team are chosen. Jasmine Cole is the daughter of her proud parents, Sherry and Brian, and the sister of Brian, and will also attend the University of Pennsylvania, where she will continue her studies and playing career at the collegiate level. Jasmine, the entire board congratulates you.
First, I'd like to thank Essex County Board of Freeholders for this honor. I'm here today with my mom and my coach Ron. I'd like to thank them. I'd also like to thank my teammates, my dad, and my other coaches.
Our next honoree is also from Montclair, and her name is Jasmine Cole. I'm sorry. Our next honoree is from Montclair as well, and her name is Kayla Jenkins. Help me welcome Kayla. And Kayla, you'll join us. And then I will turn over the speaking to Freeholder Brendan Gill. But before I do, I have to ask you a question. Was it your grandfather who was a freeholder one time? Yes. Oh, okay. I know her grandfather well. Albert Jenkins. Right? Yes. And he's a wonderful person, so I'm sure she's a wonderful individual, also coming from a special family.
Thank you, Freeholder Siegel. Again, as I noted before, it was a tremendous fall sports, high school sports season in Montclair. In particular, Montclair High School this fall was the only high school in the state to win 4 sectional state championships in 4 sports, public or private, which is a tremendous accomplishment. So congratulations on that. And Kyla was a big part of that. Senior in Montclair High School was named the 2002 Essex County Girls Soccer Player of the Year in recognition of her outstanding 2012 season and her entire 4-year career as a member of the Montclair High School girls soccer team. As the team's captain and defensive sweeper in 2002, she helps her team limit its opponents to 1 or no goals in 20 of the 24 games, record 13 shutouts, compile a record of 18 3-3, win its 2nd straight Essex County Tournament Championship, the North Jersey Section 1 Group 4 title, and finish the season ranked as the number 5 team in New Jersey, the number 4 team Group 4 team, and the number 1 team in Essex County. And even though she was a defensive specialist, she also scored 11 goals and had 5 assists. In addition to being named the 2012 Essex County Player of the Year, she was also named the 2012 First Team All-State, All-Group 4, All-Essex County, and All-Super Essex Conference teams. In her freshman year, she was named to the First Team All-Essex County and followed that up with All-Conference, All-County, and All-State recognitions in 2010 and 2011 as well. Where did you find the time? You also played on the Soccer Domain Football Club that won the State Cup in 2009 and went on to compete at the regional and U.S. Club Nationals and is the captain of the Montclair High School Girls Lacrosse team. As my colleague noted, she is the granddaughter of our friend and former freeholder and one of my mentors, Albertus Jenkins. Her parents are here, I think, Glenn and Pamela friends. How are you? Good to see you. And you will continue your studies and soccer career at the University of Pittsburgh. So, on behalf of the Essex County Freeholders Board and everyone in this building knows that I have a soft spot for, as freeholders people, that's for Livingston and North, I have a soft spot for Montclair. Particularly Montclair High School. I always root for MK as well, except when we're playing Montclair High, I'm going to be honest. But congratulations. It's really an honor and a pleasure for me to be able to present this to you, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you. I would like to thank the Essex County Freeholders for this honor, and my parents and my coaches as well, and for everybody coming out and to support us. Thank you.
Some additional freeholders have joined us, and I'm going to ask that freeholder Rufus Johnson come to the podium with me. Rufus, did I see it? And also freeholder Gerald Ellis. The next honoree is from Newark, and his name is Akram Wabi.
Good evening, everyone. Boy, I'm so proud to be standing here next to this Iowa University Hawkeye. First off, I would like to say that it is indeed an honor to stand in front of a young man out of the city of Newark. I know he's at University High. He's playing basketball for my great friend that he was one of my little students. He was like your age. But it is indeed a pleasure to stand before you with this young man, because after going through the news the last couple of days and to see young men out here getting sprayed with water from deep in belt over 20 hours, when you have young men like this that has accomplished the things that Akram has accomplished, it gives you hope, and it gives you hope in your heart that others can do the same thing. But Akram, before I read this script we got here, I want to tell you that I am so proud of you. to see you make it through the things that some just don't make it through. And I've got to thank your coach. Although he left from the west side and went over to the south side, his coach, Brian Logan, in the back, would you please stand up? I'm going to say a little something about Brian because I've watched him coaching football in this city for a long time. He started out with Pop Warner, and he was doing it in Hillside before he came back to Newark. And I've watched so many players through Westside High School whose football program was in shambles that he took them to a state title. Then he moved over to Weequay, and it wasn't easy him getting to Weequay. But the job that he does with our young men off the field is what really, really, truly counts. And I'm very proud of that, and I'll always be proud of that with you, Logan. But now let me get back to the star of the show. Okay, Akram, a 17-year-old senior at Newark University High School, was named the 2012 Essex County Football Player of the Year by the Star-Ledger in recognition of his outstanding 2012 season as a member of the Weequay Indians high school football team, because the university, as you know, does not have a football program. During his outstanding season, Akram led his team to a 6-1 Super Essex Conference Colonial Division record, and an overall record of 9-3, and all the way to the Group 2 Central Sectional State Championship game. As his team's leading running back, Akram rushed for 1,548 yards on only 105 carries, an impressive 14.7 yards per carry, and for 29 touchdowns. He also scored 2 receiving touchdowns and 2 more on special teams for a season total of 33 touchdowns. I want to let you know that I was at their Thanksgiving Day game. It's called the Soul Bowl, where Weequay High School plays Malcolm X Shabazz. And to see this kid, he looks littler on the field than he is up close, you know, because I see him down on the field. But the speed and the endurance that this kid has is amazing. And for you, when you go to Iowa, the sky is the limit. It's what you make it. And I think that you have the backbone. Where's your parents? Your mother, father here, mother here, brother, sister, your cousins, and your aunts in the back. I know with that kind of support, you can be successful. So brother, strive. Don't survive. Strive to be the best you can be. Thank you.
It's an honor for me to also be here, not just this fine young man, but all these students here in the city of Montclair here, in the city of New York, just to see young people doing good things in our community, in Essex County. So, and we first thank you for this honor to have a few things to say here. In addition to being named the 2012 Essex County Football Player of the Year, he was also named to the Star-Ledger 2012-17 team, All-State on offense, and number 1 team, Essex County on the deep offense. He is also an outstanding member of the University High School basketball team, which he has held and led to the 2011-2012 Group 1 State Championship. And this year, he's head of the University of Phoenix captain. Akram Bradley is the son of the proud parents, Sharon and Phil Bradley, and John Henry Bradley III. And is the brother of Trevor Blake, Jonathan, Patrick, and Annette, and Felicia. Following his graduation from the University High School, Akram will continue his studies as well as his football career at the University of Iowa on a football scholarship. Akram On behalf of the entire board, congratulations.
First and foremost, I would like to thank the Essex County Freeholders. I would like to thank my family, my friends, my cousins, my coaches, mainly my linemen. So we all please stand up.
I can't let this go by without saying that my husband graduated from Woodland High School, and I did my practice teaching at Woodland High School, so I know the high school quite well. Now, this last student athlete honoree tonight is from Fairfield, but it's really a special honoree. She is Essex County's only New Jersey Athlete of the Year, and her name is Amanda Becerra. That's New Jersey Athlete of the Year. Amanda is a 17-year-old senior at West Essex High School. I think I saw Len Luciano, Freeholder Len Luciano walk in.
Yes.
Len Luciano is the district freeholder, which includes Fairfield. Amanda was named the 2012 New Jersey Field Hockey Player of the Year by the Star-Ledger in recognition of her outstanding 2012 season and her entire high school career as a member of the West Essex High School field hockey team. During her 4-year career, which the Star-Ledger characterized as brilliant, Amanda scored a total of 138 goals and helped lead her team to 3 Essex County Tournament Championships, 4 Super Essex Conference Championships, 3 state sectional titles, and 1 Group 2 state championship. During the 2012 season, Amanda served as the team's captain and as one of only 4 returning starters, truly proved to be the team leader in every regard, leading her team to an outstanding 21-2 record, its 2nd consecutive Essex County Tournament Championship, 4th consecutive Super Essex Conference Championship, 3rd consecutive North 1 Group 2 Sectional Championship, and all the way to the Group 2 State Final. Freeholder Luciano, would you like to continue?
Sure. And before I do, let me just apologize to all the honorees tonight, my freeholder colleagues and the parents and folks that are here. Unfortunately, I wear multiple hats, and my profession is as a public school educator. And I was stuck at my school with a parent forum and some conferences about some students. And I did the best I could without breaking the law of getting down here to honor some more students. So please bear with me. Let me continue. She also scored 54 goals, 2nd best in the state, and counting her 20 assists, amassed a total of 128 points, also 2nd best in the state. She scored at least 3 goals in 14 games and 5 or more goals in 3 games. In state tournament play, she scored at least a hat trick in her team's first 5 games, including the Group 2 semifinal game against Rumson High School, when she scored the game-winning goal in overtime. She also reached and then surpassed the benchmark of 100 career goals on September 29th, thereby distinguishing her as only the 3rd player in school history to do so. In addition to being named the New Jersey Player of the Year, Amanda was named to the first team All-State, All Group 2, All Essex County, All North Coaches, All Essex Union Conference, and All Super Essex Conference teams. She was also named NFHCA, New Jersey Regional All-American, and the 2nd team National All-American. Amanda Becerra is the daughter of her proud parents, Al and Julie. The sister of Matt, Mark, and Allie, and will proudly attend Boston University, where she will major in physical therapy, a 6-year program leading to a Doctor of Physical Therapy degree. Amanda, on behalf of the entire Freeholder Board and myself, we are proud and congratulations.
I want to apologize first for my voice. I kind of lost it. But I would like to first thank the Essex County Board of Freeholders for this awesome honor tonight. And I also want to thank my head coach, Joe Cost, and my assistant coach, Dan Simmons, everyone from my school, my team, as well as my parents, Julie and Al. It's an honor to represent Essex County along with my high school, so thank you. And Coach Cost, Mom, God bless you, friends.
Now, at this point, I'm delighted to turn to our outstanding coaches. Tonight, we have 3 coaches who just happened to be here with us because they wanted to support their respective athletes. Fortunately for us, that gives us an opportunity to honor them as well. We have an Essex County Coach of the Year, a New Jersey Coach of the Year, and a National Coach of the Year. So I guess that it should come no surprise that their athletes were so successful as well. Our first coach honoree is Asim Cohill from Overnight, from Montclair, and he coaches at Mount St. Dominic Academy in Cornwall. Please join me in welcoming Coach Cohill. I'd like to ask Freeholder Luciano and Freeholder Gill to join me in honoring Asim Cohill. Coley, why do I keep saying that? Sorry. Adam Coley, the head coach of the Mount St. Dominic Academy Girls Cross Country Soccer. The girls cross country team was named the 2012 Essex County Girls Cross Country Coach of the Year by the Star Ledger in recognition of his outstanding 2012 season and entire coaching career. Brendan Gill will take over from there.
Actually, I'm going to give the honor and the pleasure to...
You'll do the next one.
Oh, okay, yes.
I'm being fair as a teacher and alternator.
Coach Scott, Coach? No, I'm going to say Coach. Let me go with the thank you, Coach. Coach Coley led the Academy 2012 team to the final rankings as the number 8 team in New Jersey, the number 8 team in the nation among schools with enrollments under 500. The team captured the Super Essex County American Division Championship for the 4th straight year, its 2nd Essex County Championship in the last 3 years, and the school's first ever non-public A state championship, thereby distinguishing it as only the 2nd Essex County girls cross country team to ever win a state championship. Freeholder Luciano.
No, I'll do the next one. Sure.
Yes. Okay, all right. As you guys see, the freeholders, we like to share the responsibilities. Sometimes we get
Well, I'm going to digress for 1 second.
I thought this all planned as a teacher.
And Gary, who many of you know, Gary, raise your hand. Gary works with the Essex County Freeholder Board, does a great job of putting these types of events together. and Gary, and we always, Gary puts the scripts together and then we usually promptly not follow them. So we don't recommend that you do that, and I'm sure you couldn't do that in, athletics and be successful, but that's what we do here in this country. So Coach Willie joined the Mount St. Dominic in 2008 as a winter and spring track coach, and then the cross-country coach in 2009. Since then, the cross-country team has been undefeated in dual meet competition and was the state group meet runner-up in 2010 and in 2011 when it attained its highest ever state ranking at number 3 before capturing its state championship in 2012. In addition to being named the Star Ledger's 2012 Essex County Coach of the Year, he received the same honor in 2010 and was also named Coach of the Year by the Essex County Track and Field Coaches Association in 2009 and 2010. He has enjoyed great success and acclaim during his tenure with Mount St. Dominic Academy as both a winter and spring track coach, earning New Jersey and Essex County Coach of the Year recognition on several occasions. He earned his BS in Business Management from Northern Illinois University and resides in Montclair with his wife, Diane. So on behalf of the entire board, congratulations.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Essex County Board of Freeholders for bestowing this honor on me. I had mentioned to Gary that it's really about the wonderful student athletes that stand before us, without whom we wouldn't be here. And congratulations goes to all of you. And I would like to thank Mount St. Dominic Academy for giving me the opportunity to work with these wonderful young ladies over the last few years. And of course, my wife Diane for putting up with my long hours of coaching, in addition to the regular job that I have. So I appreciate your time and thank you for being so patient.
Our next coach is Inju Han, and she coaches at Montclair Kimberly Academy. Please join me in welcoming Coach Han.
Inju Han, the head coach of the Montclair Kimberly Field Hockey Team, was named 2012 New Jersey Field Hockey Coach of the Year by the Star Ledger in recognition of her outstanding 2012 season. In 2012, Coach Han led her team to new heights, winning more games than any other team in the school history by posting an outstanding overall record of 18-4, during which it reached the semifinals of the Essex County Tournament, captured its third Prep 3 tournament championship in the last 4 years, and first North Jersey Section 1 Group 1 section title since 2001. Coach Han began her coaching career when she joined MKA in 2006 as Assistant Athletic Director and Head Coach. 2 years later, in 2008, she was named the Star Ledger's Essex County Field Hockey Coach of the Year. Coach Han began her coaching career when she joined. She's a Montclair High School graduate, class of 2000, where she was a standout field hockey player and earned first team all-group, all-county, all-league, and all-coaches association honors. She also played lacrosse for 3 years. Inju attended Colby College in Maine, where she earned her BA degree in 2004, majoring in government and art. There she also played at the varsity and field hockey teams, was senior captain and student athlete participant at the New England Small College Athletic Conference Coaching Symposium in 2004. She also earned a Master of Arts degree in teaching in elementary education from Montclair State University in 2010 and has New Jersey elementary certification. Coach Han is the co-owner and co-founder of Stroke Line Field Hockey, LLC of Montclair, a top-rated field hockey camp that teaches primary and middle school girls, grades 4 through 8, the sport of field hockey. She resides in Hoboken with her husband, Michael King. Coach Han, On behalf of the entire board and myself, congratulations with your outstanding achievements and best of luck in the future.
Good evening. I did want to also thank the Board of Chosen Freeholders for having this event with these outstanding student athletes. We truly had an amazingly hard-working and talented group of girls this season, and it'll be a season that I will soon not forget. I want to just congratulate also my senior captain, Jasmine Cole, as well as the other student athletes here. It's amazing to hear about all of your accomplishments, and I wish you all the best of luck as you pursue your future endeavors at the next level. Thank you.
Before I continue, there are freeholders who have joined us, and I'd like to introduce them. The President of the Freeholder Board, Lonnie Watson, Freeholder Luana Beasley, and Freeholder Carol Clark, and we also have our Financial Assistant, Frank McInerney. Now, the last coach that I'm honoring is a very special coach because it goes beyond the county and state level to the federal level. Am I correct? And that coach is Al Harlow, the head coach of the Livingston High School girls volleyball team. He was named the 2012 Girls Volleyball Coach of the Year by the National Federation of State High School Associations in recognition of his outstanding 2012 season and entire career. That is quite an accomplishment at the federal level. During the 2012 season, Al was also named the NJSIAA Girls Volleyball Coach of the Year and was the recipient of the NJSIAA's Volleyball Legends Award. He also coached the Livingston High School girls volleyball team to an outstanding overall record of 24-3, to the Essex County Tournament Championship, to the Star Ledger's final rankings as the state's number 13 team and number 4 Group 14, and to the semifinals of the Group 4 state championship. Al began his career as a volleyball coach at Milburn High School, where he coached the girls' teams from 1973 to 1983, and then again from 1989 to 1995, during which time he also served 1 year as Seton Hall University's first women's volleyball coach. He began his long tenure at Livingston High School in 1995, where he has coached the girls' team ever since, and the boys' team since 2000. Over those years, Al amassed an overall record of 515 and 226 as a girls' volleyball coach. At Livingston High School, his record with the girls' team is 366 and 100, and they have won 9 Iron Hills and Super Essex Conference championships, 4 Essex County championships, 2 Group 4 sectional titles, 1 Group 3 sectional title, 1 Group 3 state title, and the Group 4 state championship in 2011 when his team posted an amazing 27-2 record. Al has also enjoyed comparable success since beginning the Livingston High School boys volleyball team in 2000. Compiling an overall record of 254 and 73 while capturing 1 Northern New Jersey Interscholastic League Championship, 4 section championships, and 4 Essex County championships. In his 41 seasons of coaching girls and boys volleyball, Al has amassed an outstanding record of 771 victories with only 299 losses. And in addition to this year's recognitions, he was previously named the Boys and Girls Coach of the Year on the conference, county, and state levels on many other occasions. Al Carlo attended Union High School and earned his BA in Health and Physical Education from Trenton State College and an MA in Administration Supervision from Payne University. He began his teaching career at Westfield High School in 1969, then taught health, physical education, and driver education at Milburn High School from 1970 to 1983, before joining Livingston High School in 1988 to teach physical education and driver education until his retirement in 2010. Al Carlo resides in Westfield, New Jersey, with his wife of 43 years, Shirley, and they are proud parents of 3 sons and 5 grandchildren. Al, on behalf of the entire board, we offer you our wonderful congratulations.
And thank you to the Essex County Board of Chosen Freeholders for this honor. I guess after 41 years, some of these things do accumulate, but they wouldn't happen if it weren't for outstanding athletes like you see before you. It's the athletes that make the coaches or give the coaches the satisfaction to continue to coach for all the years, and I congratulate the coaches up here as well. I would also like to thank my wife for putting up with 41 seasons. I know she's, saved dinner many, many times, and the weekends are not always what we want them to be. But the main focus here tonight, again, is the athletes. And if it weren't for the athletes and their parents who have given all the support over the years, and also the fans at the various high schools, coaching would not be fun. And again, I would like to thank you.
In conclusion, I would like to thank Gary Preston, Gary, I'm talking about you. Gary Preston deserves a round of applause. He worked so hard putting this together, and I know that many of you had lots of conversations with him on the phone while he got this all organized and set, and he really did a superb job. I'd like to thank my aide, Nikki Williams, who's helping me tonight because of my injury. And I just want to say that her son is graduated from Livingston High School and is in college and on a volleyball scholarship, just so you know. Our athletes are just wonderful. We're going to be taking some pictures, but before we do it, I think all of them, all the athletes, the coaches, they all deserve a great round of applause.
Meeting called to order. Will please stand for the salute to the flag. Freeholder Luciano, will you please lead us in the salute?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. I have before me certification from the clerk that this meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley. Freeholder Bobadilla, absent. Freeholder Clark. Here. Freeholder Gill.
Here.
Freeholder Johnson.
Present.
Freeholder Luciano.
Here.
Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Sebald, absent. Freeholder President Watson.
Present. Okay, Madam Clerk, are there any transcripts to be approved?
Madam President, yes, there are three. The reorganization meeting of January 2nd, 2013, the conference meeting of January 9th, 2013, and the conference board meeting of January 23rd, 2013.
Okay, freeholders, do I have a motion and a second to approve the 3 transcripts?
I'll move it.
Moved by Freeholder Gill, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Johnson. Questions and comments, freeholders?
Madam
Freeholder Clark?
If we could just take a brief 2-minute recess for a moment so that we don't lose what we need. If we could, so that you'll have
Let me have a roll call, Madam Clerk, on
this.
I have 5.
Right.
I mean,
You have 5.
I have 5
Right.
freeholders. Freeholder Clark, let me take the roll call, Madam Clerk.
Right.
And we are voting on a motion to approve the 3 transcripts.
Right.
Freeholder Beasley? Here? You want me to take a roll call?
Yes, please.
You have Freeholder Beasley? Yes. Freeholder Bobadilla, absent. Freeholder Clark?
Yes.
Freeholder Gill?
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano, absent. Freeholder Owens, absent. Freeholder Sebo, Vice President Sebo, absent. Freeholder President Watson?
Present.
So
Could you
moved.
please have Freeholder Owens to come into the meeting before we lose Freeholder Clark?
Yeah. No. Approach the...
Yes, please. I need all the freeholders in the meeting.
Chris was just going to that president.
Okay, let's move to the comment section on agenda items. If there's any member of the public who would like to comment on agenda items, please come to the microphone and state your name and affiliation for the record. You have a total of 3 minutes to speak. And it's not important that we have all the freeholders in a picture. Take the pictures of the team. Do we have anyone from the public who would like to speak? Please come to the microphone. And you have 3 minutes to speak. Freeholder Luciano, I'm not losing any more freeholders.
I'm not trying to disrespect you, Madam President. Is there any way I can make a motion just to postpone this for 10 minutes?
No.
People have come down
I'm going through
from
with
my
meeting.
district, and they're expecting to be in a picture with me, and they're
Well,
expecting
you
my
know what?
business card.
Okay, that's, I hear you,
And
but
I don't
this
know.
is more important for us to take care of the business of the county at this point. And at this point, if there's no member of the public who would like to comment on any issue, please, if not, then Madam Clerk, let the record show that there is no one present to speak at this time. Madam Clerk, are there any topics of discussion?
Madam President, there are none.
Okay, let's move to the public hearing on ordinance number O-2013-0001. Please read it.
Public hearing on ordinance number O-2013-00001.
Gary, I cannot continue to lose board members out of this meeting. I know, you don't have to tell me, I'm counting. Continue, Madam Clerk.
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements by the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $18,250,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $17,380,000 bonds or notes of the county for financing such appropriation.
Okay, Madam Clerk, I hereby declare the public hearing on ordinance. Just give me a few minutes. We on public hearing O-2013-2001, right?
Yes,
I hereby declare the public hearing on ordinance number O-2013-00001 open. If there's any member of the public who would like to comment for or against the ordinance, please come to the microphone, state your name and affiliation for the record. You have 3 minutes to speak. Mr. Polyvecchio, do you have any questions or comments?
On the bond ordinance, no, other than we just need the affirmative vote of all those who are present.
Mr. McInerney, do you have any
I
questions
do.
or comments?
Yes, I do. With this ordinance, what we've done is we've basically authorized the expenditures for capital projects throughout the year. We've done it in a broad sense that we've given the authorization for all but, I believe, the county college piece, which won't come to us until the end of the year. However, I spoke with the administration this week. What I asked the administration to do, in light of the fact that we are granting them some broad authority here, is that I be given on a monthly basis the expenditures against every project that we have on the expenditures paid, charged, or encumbered against every project, that I get an accounting of that. I did receive the first accounting of that, and I've asked for this sporadically at times in the past, but I will now get that on a monthly basis and be apprised of what expenditures are being spent against these ordinances as we move throughout the year. So it's just another control in place where the board has the opportunity through me to bring any questions on expenditures for these capital projects to the administration at the public meetings.
Okay, do we have any comments from the administration based on the request coming from Mr. McInerney?
No, I know that Mr. Acker had a conversation with Mr. McInerney. We did supply the first report. I think what we may do is fine-tune the report so it captures all the information that your budget consultant would like to see.
Okay. Freeholders, do I have any questions or comments? Okay, freeholders, do I have a motion and a second to close the public hearing on ordinance number O-2013-00001? Do I have a motion and a second?
I'll make a motion.
Freeholder Owens moved it, Freeholder Beasley second. Do I have the same mover and second to approve the ordinance? Yes. Okay, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley? Freeholder Bobadilla, absent. Freeholder Clark? Yes. Freeholder Gill?
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano, absent. Freeholder Owens?
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Siebel, absent. Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Madam Clerk, we'll read into the record Resolution 1 and 2 at a later time. Will you please, at this time, freeholders, do I have a motion and a second to take Resolutions 1 and 2 together? A motion to take Resolutions 1 and 2 together.
I'll move it, Madam Chair.
Moved by Freeholder Gill, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Johnson. Question, comments, freeholders? No questions, no comments, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley?
Yes.
Freeholder Bobadilla? Absent. Freeholder Clark? Yes. Freeholder Gill?
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano, absent. Freeholder Owens?
Yes.
Madam President, Freeholder Vice President Siebel is here for the record.
Okay, for the record, Freeholder Vice President Siebel is present.
And Freeholder Siebel?
Yes.
Madam President,
Yes.
we're voting on what resolutions?
We are voting on Resolutions 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's continue with the, for the viewing audience, this is our regular board meeting. Most of the items that we will be voting on this evening, we discussed at our last conference meeting last week. For resolution, let's take 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's take 7 and 8, 9,
and 10. Okay, freeholders, do I have a motion to take resolution 3 through 10? Would you like me to read it in the record? And we'll read into the record at a later time, Madam Clerk.
I'll move it.
Moved by Freeholder Johnson. Second. I have a second. Freeholders will be voting on resolution 3, question comments, 4, question comments, 5, question comments, 6, question comments, 7, question comments, 8, 9, and 10. Mr. McInerney, you wasn't here last week. Do you have any questions or comments on these items we are voting on at this time?
I do not.
Okay, I have a mover and a second, right, Madam Clerk? Roll call.
Freeholder Beasley. Freeholder Bobadilla. Absent. Freeholder Gill. Absent. Freeholder Clark. Absent. Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens.
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo. Yes. Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, we'll take resolutions 16 and 17 together. Madam Clerk, we'll read into the record at a later time. Do I have a motion and second to take 16 and 17 together? Moved by Freeholder.
Just 16 requires 2/3. We have it now. Okay, we're good. And 17 is a regular vote.
So we need to. No, we can go.
Yeah,
We're
we're
okay.
good. We're good. I forgot to
Okay,
count you,
16 and
sorry.
17 we taken together. Do I have a mover and second?
I'll move that, Madam
Moved by
President.
Freeholder Luciano. Do I have a second? Second by Freeholder Beasley. Question, comments, freeholders on Resolution 16? Resolution 17. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley. Freeholder Bobadilla. Absent. Freeholder Clark. Absent. Freeholder Gill. Absent. Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens.
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo. Yes. Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's go with Resolution 18, 19, 20, 21, and the all temporary emergency appropriations. We'll read into the record at a later time, Madam Clerk. Do I have a motion and a second? Moved by Freeholder Owens. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Johnson. Question, comments, freeholders on 18, 19, 20, 21. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley. Freeholder Bobadilla. Absent. Freeholder Clark. Absent. Freeholder Gill. Absent. Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens.
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo. Yes. Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's take resolutions 22 and 23. You can read them at this time.
Resolution number 22, 2013 grant agreement for temporary emergency appropriation from the City of Newark for housing opportunities for persons with age, HOPWA Division of Community Action, $120,185. Resolution number 23, 2013 grant agreement and temporary emergency appropriations from the City of Newark for Sunday Arraignment Court, Office of Prosecutor, $23,920.
Okay, do I have a mover and second to take 22 and 23 together? Moved by Freeholder Beasley. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Freeholder Owens. Question, comments on 22? Question, comments on 23? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley. Freeholder Bobadilla. Absent. Freeholder Clark. 22 and 23. Yes. Freeholder Gill. Absent. Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens.
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo. Yes. Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, read 24 into the record, Madam Clerk.
Resolution number 24, 2013, temporary emergency appropriation from the State of New Jersey Office of the Attorney General, Division of Criminal Justice for Insurance Fraud Reimbursement Program, Office of the Prosecutor, $250,000.
Do I have a motion to take Resolution 24?
So moved, Madam
Moved by
President.
Freeholder Clark. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Johnson. Discussion, comments, freeholders on 24. No questions, no comments. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley? Freeholder Bobadilla, absent. Freeholder Clark?
Yes.
Freeholder Gill, absent. Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano?
Yes.
Freeholder Owens?
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo?
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's take Resolution 25, 26, and 28.
So moved, Madam President.
Moved by Freeholder Clark. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
And would you like me to read it in the record?
Read in the record at a later time.
Okay.
28, do I have a second?
I second it.
Second by Freeholder Sebo, Vice President Sebo. Question, comments, freeholders on 25, 26, and 28. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley? Freeholder Bobadilla, absent. Freeholder Clark?
Yes.
Freeholder Gill, absent. Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano?
Yes.
Freeholder Owens?
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo?
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Let's read 29, 30, 31, and 32, Madam Clerk.
Okay.
28, 33.
And 33, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's part of 32.
Resolution number 29, County of Essex Extraordinary Unspecified Services to provide graphic arts and design services for Iris Communications LLC, 1 year from date of award, $60,200 agreement. Resolution number 30, Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, authorization to use Essex County Recreation and Open Space Trust Fund to match a portion of Green Acres grant to Grover Cleveland Park Conservatory for Grover Cleveland Park improvements, ADA accessibility project, amount not to exceed $57,620. Resolution number 31, Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, resolution approving a matching grant agreement with the Grover Cleveland Park Conservancy to fund Grover Cleveland Park improvements, ADA accessibility project, amount not to exceed $57,660. Resolution number 32, 2013 temporary emergency appropriation for the State of New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection and the CAS match from 2013 Open Space Trust Fund for Green Acres, Grover Cleveland Park improvements, ADA accessibility project, Grover Cleveland Park Conservancy, Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, $115,340. Resolution number 33, Department of Public Works, Division of Engineering contract award to CETA Construction Company Incorporated, the lowest responsive and responsible bidder to provide an ADA improvement at Grover Cleveland Park, amount not to exceed $115,340.
Okay, freeholders, we are taking resolutions 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Moved by Freeholder Sebo. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Freeholder Owens. Question, comments on 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Did I see your hands up?
Yes, Madam President.
Luciana?
I know that they all are in relation to one another, but 33 is the actual contract award to CETA. Through you, Madam President, just Mr. Child, if you could give us a little overview and a little scope as to the ADA improvements we're doing at Grover Cleveland Park for the $115,000?
Certainly, Madam President. It's the construction of a handicap accessible van parking spaces, construction of handicap accessible picnic area, which will include tables, trash receptacles, etc., asphalt pathways connecting the new area to the existing pathways, as well as signage for parking and picnic area.
Okay. Do you happen to know, because I'm picturing the park right now, is the handicap parking and the pathway up top by Essex Fells, or is it down by the pond? Do we happen to know that? I know we have 2 parking lots there.
Well, through you, Madam President, I'm not exactly sure, but I can get you schematics first thing tomorrow, or get your response to that.
I would appreciate it. Because if we are, the reason why I ask you that question is if we are going to be doing construction up top on the Essex Fells end by the fields, if, out of courtesy, we could please notify the residents that live on that street before we bring the heavy machinery in and so on and so forth.
Okay, Mr. Sheila, the response, please respond, and you can send a copy to all the freeholders.
We certainly will.
Your response. Do we have any additional questions, comments, freeholders? If not, roll call, Madam Clerk, and be taken 29, 30, 31, 33.
Okay. Freeholder Beasley? Freeholder Bobadilla, absent. Freeholder Clark?
Yes.
Freeholder Gill?
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano?
Yes.
Freeholder Owens?
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo?
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's take resolutions 34 and 35, 36, and 37. You can read those into the record. And I need to step out for a few minutes. Freeholder Sebo, for a few minutes.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
That's okay, I don't have to step out. Okay, Madam Clerk, we're taking
34 through 37.
34, right, to 37.
Would you like me to read it at this time?
Yes, please.
Resolution number 34, Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, authorization to use the Essex County Recreation Open Space Trust Fund to match $800,000 of the county's $900,000 Green Acres Multi-Part Grant for South Mountain Recreation Complex, floating docks, and other improvements, amount not to exceed $800,000. Resolution number 35, temporary emergency appropriation from the State of New Jersey, Department of Environmental Protection and Green Acres Multi-Park Projects, and the cash match from the Open Space Trust Fund for Green Acres South Mountain Recreation Complex, floating dock, and other improvements, Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, $1,600,000. Resolution number 36, Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, authorization to use the Essex County Recreation and Open Space Fund for the South Mountain Recreation Complex, floating docks, and other improvements, amount not to exceed $775,500. Resolution number 37, Department of Public Works, Division of Engineering, contract award to Sharger Property Services Incorporated, the lowest responsive and responsible bidder, to provide boat launch pavilion and other improvements at South Mountain Recreation Complex, amount not to exceed $2,371,458.50.
Okay, freeholders, we are taking resolutions 33 through 37.
I'll move them.
Motion by Freeholder Vice President Sebo. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Johnson. Question, comments, freeholders on 33? 34. I'm sorry, 34, 35, 36, and 37. No questions, no comments, roll call, Madam Clerk?
Okay. Freeholder Beasley? Freeholder Bobadilla, absent. Freeholder Clark?
Yes.
Freeholder Gill?
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano?
Yes.
Freeholder Owens?
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo?
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, you can read Resolution 38, Madam Clerk.
Resolution 38, County of Essex Professional Services to provide environmental engineering services for underground storage tank remediation, Hatchmont McDonald, 1 year from the date of award, $171,814.60 agreement.
Do I have a motion to take Resolution 38?
So moved.
Moved by Freeholder Owens. Do I have a second?
Second, Madam President.
Second by Freeholder Luciano. Question, comments on Resolution 38? No questions, no comments. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla, absent. Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens.
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's we're going into resolutions, commendations 39 through 77, and we'll read them into the record at a later time, Madam Clerk. Do I have a motion and second to?
I'll move it.
Move to take resolution 30.
Second.
I just want to make sure we have them all.
39 is committee, 39 is committee, and the rest are.
Yeah, 39 through 60 is the committee, resolution creating a committee, and the rest are regular resolution, so we can take them all together.
Okay.
39 through 77. Do I have a motion and a second?
I moved it.
Moved by Freeholder Sebo, Vice President Sebo, and second by Freeholder Owens. Question, comments, freeholders on the resolutions before you? If not, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla, absent. Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens.
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Madam Clerk, are there any added starter resolutions?
Madam President, there are none.
Do we have any report of board committees, legislative reports, written communication, unfinished business, new business? Do we have anyone from the public who would like to speak at this time? Please come to the microphone and state your name and affiliation. We are going back into the public comments session.
Good evening. Douglas Freeman, South Ward District Leader of 44th District. Address 525 Clinton Place, Newark, New Jersey. One of my questions to you, Madam President, is to ask about Resolution 10. That's on the economic development training for the, I believe, the vendors. And I want to know, how do a company become eligible to participate? What are the qualifications to participate? And what are the enrollment dates, if there are any, for a company to sign up with this particular department? Up on the resolution 46, 51, and 52, I want to know if these committees are open to the public, and if they are, I would like to be able to participate in these committees. Thank you.
Thank you, and we normally, we'll send a response. You're talking about all of our committees that I'm establishing. We will respond to you, but the committees that you're looking at, they are committees of the board. When we have committee meetings, of course, if you would like to be invited to any of the open public meetings, you can let the clerk know and let them know when one of these, either of the committees meet, that you would like to be placed on the list to be called to attend the meetings. Okay, do we have any additional questions from the public? Comments from the public? And we will send that to you in writing. We'll always respond. I just felt that I needed to answer that question. Okay. Freeholder comment session at this time? Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know, you just look by me all the time.
I was watching you the whole evening.
I'm a little slow, I get up a little slow, Madam
That's
President.
okay. We definitely will not want you to attend
Well,
our
please,
meetings and
I'm
not
glad.
speak to the Freeholder Board.
My name Edward Wadu, citizen, 340 Thomas Boulevard, Orange. What it is, I want to invite the entire body at the first tea opening on February the 23rd, which is a Saturday at 12 o'clock at Weequahic Park golf course. We might have a little refreshments, but it'll be awful little because we don't get much money. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite, Mr. Wadu. Thank you.
It's the day of our budget hearing, Madam Chair.
I beg your pardon?
The event we were just invited to is the day of our budget hearing. Saturday, February 23rd.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have our budget hearings on that day, so if you don't see any of the freeholders, you'll know why, because we are in our full-day budget hearings.
Well, I hope you appropriate some money.
Okay. I have the response that we always give at the end of the meeting.
Freeholder
Oh, yes.
comments.
Certainly, Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
I didn't look up. I apologize.
First, I'd like to take the opportunity to congratulate all those young people that were here today receiving those awards for their outstanding performances in their sports that they participated in. Secondly, I'd like to say to Wadu and the gentleman there from Weequahic Park with the first tee, I am in negotiations at this present time with Michigan State University about the tennis program, and they want some minority tennis players. I mean, golf players. I'm talking tennis. Oh, golf players. And I'm in the process at this time speaking to him about our first tee, and I'm going to have one of his reps is going to come down to the first tee to evaluate some of the players and maybe to help give you guys a little pointers on pushing them a little further on the things they would need to get this scholarship. And these will be 4-year scholarships for golf. Thirdly, last but not least, I'm a little saddened by what has happened over the last week or two with that young man. I know you've all probably seen it on YouTube and all these websites where this young man was stripped of all of his clothing, all of it, and poured water on and whipped with a belt for 90 seconds outside on Clinton Avenue and Irvin Turner Boulevard. It is sad because the persons that taped it, they were caught yesterday, and it was in the papers today. But how many other of our children out here and our young people out here are getting the same thing, but it's not recorded, and they're afraid to say something to their moms and pops about how it's happening to them because they're afraid of retaliation? What can we do as people in these communities to help these kind of things? It's very saddening. And if you watch the video, they took it off today from what I understand, but when you watch that video, it almost makes you want to cry to see the way they beat this guy mercilessly with a leather belt. How much more of this is going on in our communities? When is enough is enough? When are we going to take our proper stance in our communities and do the things that we need to do to try to, at least, we'll never stop it all, but to stop some? I say this to the people here, and I say this to the audience that's looking from outside there. If it was your child, how would you feel? Thank you, Madam President.
And thank you, Freeholder Johnson. Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Thank you very much. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Gary Kresick for doing a tremendous job in putting together the program for tonight when we honored the athletes and the coaches. When I first read the article in the Star-Ledger, I brought the article to Gary and I asked him about the possibility. It included so many athletes and 3 coaches, and it was a wonderful, wonderful event. And Gary spent a lot of time and effort putting the whole thing together. I'm sorry that the event ran so late that it interfered with the start of the freeholder meeting, and I would only hope that next time we can start it a little bit earlier so there won't be such a problem in terms of the time. But I would like to thank Gary and all those who helped him with the opportunity to put together such a wonderful event. Thank you.
Do we have any other comments? Freeholder Luciano.
Thank you, Madam President. I know this topic has surfaced before here. It's not really of a freeholder business, but I like to use this forum to publicly get out my opinion on certain situations that are taking place in New Jersey, in Essex County, and particularly here in Newark, where we are sitting. There's no secret to hide the fact that I'm a public school teacher, and I take pride in the work that I do with young children and our youth. And one of the things that has recently happened to me over the last few days is I was notified that my school was to be closed and they were going to be opening it up in September as a charter school. And after speaking with many members of the public, now I know that charter schools, quote unquote, at least according to a lot of our elected officials, are still public schools. A lot of the members of the public have asked me, because they know I wear multiple hats, why is it that our local, county, and state legislators aren't crying out a little more in some of these communities when you see some of these Wall Street investors coming into our towns and neighborhoods to take over the school system and turn them into what I want to say a for-profit organization. Maybe I've been a little blind as of lately because it didn't actually hit home, but when I've heard that it's actually taking my school and my community and my family of those kids, I'm a little disturbed. Because if we all know how charter schools work, they have what they call a lottery system. And I think that it's become more of a funnel or a filter system. So if they don't want you, they don't have to service you. And while they may have the reputation that charter schools are great and they're successful, it's because they know they have filtered out the students that A, they can't work with, B, have language barriers, C, are special needs, or D, all the above. So I just thought that I'd put it on record tonight to my colleagues and for the members of the public here in the audience and on TV that I think we need to start paying a little bit more attention to our taxpayer dollars and where they're going as far as education goes. And I know that this legislative branch really doesn't have the end-all, say-all with those decisions. But we are the voice of the public and the people that are out there and the people that are paying the taxes. We are the voices for the students and the children that are being used in this situation, I feel. And somewhere along the line, I think that whether it's me that has to get out there because I wear multiple hats, and I have to get out there because I can express myself both as a legislator, elected official, and as a public school teacher, maybe that's just what needs to be. And I just, again, I'm sorry, Madam President, to use this podium to express how I feel, but I had just left a meeting, that's why I came here late tonight for the special accommodations, where I had close to 100 parents, I had maybe 150 students that were there to try to fight and resist against this from happening. But it seems like before they even bring it to the public, these decisions are made. And so maybe they need us as elected officials to stand up and start to say, if this is going to happen in our communities, please notify the elected officials on the municipal, county, and state level, and please notify the parents with ample time, and I mean ample time as in months to years, not by saying, hey, listen, we're going to just do this over the course of weeks. Because if they say there's a problem in our schools, if you don't give us time to fix it, and you just say that the solution is shut the door, disperse all the kids, and then reopen it under a new name, then I really don't know what the future holds for education and for our kids. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, and certainly this is the forum for you to express yourself. That's why we have on the agenda freeholder comments, and that means that you can discuss any issue that you would like. And before I call on you, Freeholder Owens, if you recall, Donna Jackson's been coming to this board for over 2 years, and she advised us that this was going to happen. Even with the city council, It's nothing new. In the city of Newark, we knew that they were going to start. That's why they fought about who would be the superintendent of schools. The residents of Newark, we knew it was happening, but for some reason, they would hold community meetings, it fell on deaf ears, and it appears that whatever is planned for the city of Newark, for the charter schools, it's going to happen. It's nothing new. We've been arguing, we've been fighting, we've been going to community meetings, so this just didn't hit us like today. And every year they close X amount of schools. And when they close the schools, the charter schools take the buildings. So the city of Newark, we have our work cut out for us. I don't know when it's going to hit home that there is an issue in the city of Newark, not only with the schools, but in the entire city of Newark, with the crime, with the schools, with you name it, it's there. So thank you for your comment. Freeholder Owens?
I'd just like to commend my two freeholders, Freeholder Johnson and Freeholder Luciano, that I think their comments were taken well. I didn't see the actual film of the young man with the beating, but I thought it was embarrassing to us and embarrassing to this country to see something like this happen and being filmed on the television networks. And to Leonardo Luciano, I respect your comments, and I think that we do, if there's possible anything that we can do. Maybe there's not, like Madam Chairman said, that we can do, but the fact that most of the jobs that's involved with these charter schools are non-union jobs. And as a union leader in this state, I would like to see more. I don't want to see union jobs being pushed out through charter schools or any other way. Thank you.
Thank you. Freeholder Clark?
Yeah, I want to echo some of your sentiments. This board certainly has a reputation of standing up and at least issuing letters of support for educational initiatives that we see happening. To go a step further, not only are they doing what you indicated is going to happen to your school, there was a moment they started busing kids, because when they closed down the school, then they made little children have to walk some distance, I recall, away from a neighborhood school just to be able to get to another school, which was a lot for a child, and possibly even putting that child in harm's way. Take into effect that they just decided to take principals, snatch them out of schools, and place them in the Board of Education. Because they couldn't fire them, because they had no reason to fire them. They didn't even have any reason to really take them out of the schools and just put other people there, replace them. So what's happening, obviously, as the President has indicated, is that folks are just kind of doing what they want to do. The clarion call was already sounded a while back. And sometimes you say, well, a person gets up there, they get up all the time, they speak all the time. Guess what? It's a lot of truth to what's being said at that microphone on any given evening. As a former educator, I understand how you feel. I say this, that I guess every charter school isn't bad, and I think that charter schools can exist harmoniously with public schools, but it has to be done the right way. The right way is that the charter schools should in fact be an outgrowth of an initiative that the district would like to see happen. It should be an outgrowth of some innovation, not supplanting or taking over. So I don't know whether that message can be conveyed in a letter by members of this board. You have 3 members of this board sitting here who have teaching credentials. So I think that if this board would like to at least offer a letter in support of the concerns that were raised here, it might be something that we could think about, Madam President, something we might want to think about. I don't know. I know that we've offered letters in support in the past. I'm not saying that it's something we necessarily have to do. I'm just asking if we could possibly think about it in support of concerns that were raised. Because it wouldn't just, the letter wouldn't just speak to your concerns, Freeholder Luciano. It would speak to all of the concerns. I have a couple myself, the ones I just mentioned here. But I don't live in Newark, I don't vote in Newark, and I don't pay taxes in Newark. So perhaps folks don't want to hear what I have to say. Although I do represent a portion of Newark. I represent a portion of the West, and I represent a portion of the Central. And so I want to speak for those people, too.
I just want to let you know that, Madam President, I believe, again, Freeholder Luciano, I believe, Freeholder Clark, that your point is well taken, and I believe that these are the same folks that you represent in the West Ward.
Well, then if that's the case, then, yeah.
And I would be happy to speak to you about it further off the record, but yeah, I think that your point is well taken. And if somebody doesn't eventually draw the line in the sand somewhere with these folks, because the money that's being made from charter schools wouldn't be such a bad thing if it was recycled back into this community. But I can tell you firsthand that most of these charters are shipping the money to New York and other areas. And they're bringing folks in and employing folks from other areas.
Yeah, and, Madam President, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say the concept in and of itself, on its face, does not necessarily have to be a bad concept. But if it's done right, it needs to be done as an outgrowth of what's happening with your local district schools, so that the money doesn't go out, it recycles inside of, to strengthen the district, not weaken it.
Yeah, Freeholder Vice President Sipo.
Thank you very much. I would just like to comment. First of all, I agree with Freeholder Clark's comments about charter schools. And in Livingston, where I live, there was an attempt to open a charter school, a very, very big attempt to open a charter school. So much so that a member of the Livingston Town Council actually became on the Board of Trustees of this charter school. And they applied to the state, and the Board of Education in Livingston was very much against it. In the end, and it took a long time, but in the end, the state turned it down. There was tremendous animosity against it. So it's not something that necessarily happens overnight. A lot of time and effort has to be put into the process in order to stop it or to have it if it's needed. It's not something that can be done 1, 2, 3. And so many people were really thrilled when the whole attempt in Livingston was turned down to have this charter school. And it was good that the Board of Education got involved also. And it can be done.
And thank you, but we have to understand the issue with Newark.
Right.
Newark is under the state. So you don't have your rights. You don't have a voice.
It's a whole different process.
It's a whole different process. I understand your issue. If Newark was set up the way years ago, then maybe the voices of the community would have been heard. South Orange, same thing. The voice of the community was heard. In Newark, if the state... It's a takeover of the schools in Newark that's been going on for over 15 years, and the residents have been asking to give us the schools back, but there was a plan. You're not going to give it back to us if you know you have a plan for it. So I'm not disagreeing with you, Freeholder.
No, I understand.
I'm just being honest, and you know, when I have a passion for things, I speak out.
No, I
And I'm saying
understand.
it's not that the people did not rally, it's not that the people didn't come out, it's not that the residents wasn't trying to get their voices heard. It's because the state runs the schools of Newark, they appoint the superintendent, they do whatever they want. That school board that we have there is just, it's just some people sitting up there. They cannot make any decisions. They do absolutely nothing but sit there and do what the state tells them to do. So we have these school board elections, spend all this money. I think it's a waste of money. I think if the state is going to have the school and they're going to run the school, we can save that money by having an election, because we spend money for elections, but it means absolutely nothing.
I don't disagree with you at all. I understood that was
And
the
I get
problem.
passionate, that's why I don't speak too often at this mic on some of the things that goes on in the community of Newark. I was late coming in, and I want to thank you, Freeholder Johnson, for taking on the presentation for us. I had a special meeting with a couple of people this evening, and it's going back to Ralph Essex County College. There's an issue with Essex County College. And freeholders, we better understand that it's a lot of things going on in Essex County College that is not all above board. So what I'm asking at this time is for a meeting to be held by, I need to have a meeting, a committee meeting with the Economic Development. Who is chair of that committee? Is that you, Carol? Freeholder Clark? I would like for you to schedule a meeting as soon as possible. And Ralph, I would need you to make sure that everybody is there from the Department of Training and Employment, because there's too much going on at that school. We need to get to the bottom of it. And that's our role, is to investigate when we don't think things are going right. Okay? Are there any other, let me just make the announcement that Mr. Freeman last week asked the question, he had 4 questions about using the PVC raised and why not use aluminum, and he did ask the question what type of material is being used to construct the floating dock, and will the floating dock have rails, and what is the life expectancy of the floating dock and the paddle boats? The response was sent to the administration on 2/11/13, and the letter will be sent out on 2/14. And let me go back to freeholders. If I was annoyed earlier in the meeting, I was annoyed. We have to understand that the purpose of this board, we do what we need to do with the community, but you know the purpose of this board is to take care of the business of this board. And the business of this board starts at 7 o'clock. We gave 30 minutes beyond the 7. And I understand that we ran late, but to worry about taking pictures when we should be starting this meeting to take care of the business of this county, I want the freeholders to please take that into consideration in the future. And I apologize if I was abrupt with you, but there are times when you have to show your leadership. If I'm the leader of this board, I have to let the board members know when things are not right. And I don't like doing it on the public, but since some of the other freeholders brought it up, I felt that it was my place not to respond. I'm sure that my action, I don't apologize for my action. I just think that we all need to take more consideration of really what is our role as freeholders. Thank you. With that, I need a motion to adjourn.
Madam President?
Yes. Freeholder Gill?
I had an announcement, I'm sorry. I just wanted to reiterate that the county will be participating again in the gun buyback program this Friday and Saturday, the 15th and the 16th, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. There's locations in East Orange, Irvington, Montclair, Newark, and in Orange. And I wanted to thank both the county prosecutor's office and the administration for collectively working to support this program. It's probably one small step but one that's very needed. But I just wanted to put that on the record and thank them.
Okay, very good, and thank you. Ralph, do you have any comments at this time?
No, Madam President.
Okay, very good. Motion to adjourn. Move by, before we move, I ask for a second. We want to welcome you back, Freeholder, Vice President Siebold.
Thank you very
It's
much.
good to
I'm
see
very
you.
happy to be back.
And I was trying to get the meeting started because I know Freeholder Beasley said he couldn't stay but a few minutes, a little while, and I wanted him to be able to take a part of the meeting since he's been out for a while, and that was another reason I wanted to rush the meeting. So we want to welcome Freeholder Beasley. He's looking well. We hope to see him continue to heal and get better. So again, I have a motion from Freeholder Siebold. I have a second to adjourn the meeting.
Want a copy of this meeting? For more information about how to obtain a copy of this broadcast, please email Nick Bosco of Bosco Design Group, LLC, nick@nickboscodesign.com. Include your first and last name, mailing address, phone number, and email address in the email. The cost of a copy is $25 and will be sent to you in 7 to 10 business days. For a quicker response, please send a money order or bank check made payable to Bosco Design Group, LLC, with a self-addressed stamped envelope to Bosco Design Group, LLC, 24 Hillside Avenue, number A1, Montclair, New Jersey, 07042.